When God is about to elevate you, the atmosphere around your life will shift in ways that feel both unsettling and undeniable. And the first shocking sign is resistance. Doors that once opened easily now seem shut. People who once supported you suddenly distance themselves, and circumstances that used to be comfortable begin to press against you. Because just as Joseph was thrown into the pit before the palace, your path to elevation must pass through rejection, and what looks like loss is actually God removing attachments that cannot go with you to the next level. Second, you will secretly feel a stirring in your spirit that makes no logical sense, a hunger for more, a holy dissatisfaction with the ordinary, and though others might label it as restlessness, deep down you sense that Romans 8:28 is already in motion, aligning even your disappointments to prepare you for destiny. And this hidden urgency is a sign that the Spirit is pushing you to step into territory you've never walked before. Third, the warfare intensifies, temptations appear stronger, distractions more subtle, and the enemy seems relentless because elevation always attracts opposition. Ephesians 6:12 reminds you that your battle is not against flesh and blood, so when you notice sudden attacks, confusing setbacks, and strange misunderstandings in relationships, do not panic, for these are confirmations that the enemy sees the promotion written over your life. Fourth, God begins to test your faith in small, often uncomfortable ways, calling you to obedience when no one is watching, to forgive when it feels unjust, to sacrifice when it makes no sense, because Luke 16:10 reveals that faithfulness in little qualifies you for much. In the hidden test behind every trial is whether you will trust his hand when you cannot trace his plan. And finally, you will notice divine alignments. People you never expected to meet suddenly enter your path. Opportunities appear that seem beyond your qualifications, and conversations or scriptures seem to confirm the same message again and again. Because when elevation is near, God orchestrates connections you could never arrange for yourself. Much like Esther being positioned before the king for such a time as this. Esther 4:14. And while the season may feel heavy, misunderstood, and even lonely, it is the very evidence that you are being prepared for greater authority, greater responsibility, and greater influence. So if you are facing resistance, unusual hunger, intense warfare, hidden tests, and divine alignments, know that these are not random but holy signals that your elevation is near. And the question is not whether God will lift you up, for James 4:10 declares he surely will, but whether you will endure the process long enough to see it manifest. So take courage, stand firm, and do not retreat, because what feels like breaking is actually the birthing of the next chapter of your destiny.